All right, we're joined for more on that story by Senior Advocate of the Supreme Court, Sushil Kumar. Thanks very much for speaking to us. We just heard a son there call this a travesty. There's a father who's saying that this is justice finally. But where is the evidence against Maninder Singh Pandher, and is this judgment going to stand up to the scrutiny of a higher court?
See, as per the law, the judgment has to be sent to the High Court for confirmation. And unless two judges of the High Court sign it, that sentence cannot be executed. And even there, the accused can argue for acquittal, and the High Court has a right to acquit him if there is no evidence. He need not even file his own appeal, because the death reference covers his arguments for acquittal also.
So just explain to us, all of us are wondering the same thing, that how does it happen that the prosecution, the defense, they both agree that this man is innocent? Under what circumstances does a conviction and then sentencing for death happen in a case? Please explain the legal, how does it happen?
See, first piece of evidence in this case is the confession of the other accused. I have no idea what he has said in that confession, whether he has implicated the other person or not. Secondly,
he has actually. That's what the police claims, yes.
But I have not read it, so I cannot comment on it. The second is, what is the oral evidence? Unless I see the charge on which date this particular murder was committed, and if he has a perfect alibi, then on what basis he has been convicted is a great question.
Could public pressure be one of the things that could be taken into account? That is what a lot of people, and off the record, a lot of CBI people also say.
The most significant these days is your pressure. Remember, be candid about it. You can convert an innocent man into guilty and a guilty man into an innocent person, because your pressure is so much, everybody loses his normal sense. So that could be one reason. But
at the end of the day, there were 19 young girls, young women who were sexually assaulted, killed, in some cases cannibalized.
I can understand if you are trying all of them together, but you are trying only for one murder. Either you combine all of them and then give him that sentence if you find him guilty. But this is limited to one case, not to all others. Other cases will be separately tried.
But sir, the judge has also gone by the evidences given by the families and all. So it's not just media pressure. How can the judge just take media pressure into it? You're blaming the media.
No, I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming. It is one of the important factors. What I'm saying is, this is not a case of direct evidence, except the confession. There is no other evidence which directly links. It is all circumstantial evidence. And circumstantial evidence is a very difficult case. If the circumstances clinch, you can give any sentence. But if there is a loophole, then the benefit must go to the accused.
All right, thank you very much for sharing your views with us.